In this lecture, I'm going to be talking about cultures of globalization. As we all know, globalization is now a reality. For last 2 decades, because of liberalization, deregulation and privatization of media industries, the media cultures have changed around the world. There is an increasing presence of US media products across the globe. So in this lecture, I'm going to be looking at how is that presence manifested, and how successful has it been, and what are the possible implications of a media culture which is largely influenced by the United States. There is a debate about globalization being another name for Americanization. That what globalization has done is it has promoted American popular culture across the globe, and media has been very important in that process. Of course, there are other factors, the end of the Cold War, the changing geopolitics, the free market economy, the digital revolution, which has enabled all this to happen. So, I'll start with this notion of Americanization. I'll start with 2 quotations about it from 2 distinctive perspectives on what Americanization is. The first one from Michael Eisner, who used to be the head of Disney Corporation, one of the biggest media conglomerates. I would argue that entertainment industry of this country is not so much Americanizing the world as planetizing entertainment. So he's saying that there's nothing American about our entertainment. This is universal, and therefore it is appreciated by people of all races, cultures, genders, nationalities, etc. We must also re-emphasize the fact that entertainment is a massive industry, much, much bigger than news industry. News is relatively small. Yeah? Entertainment is where the big money is. And therefore, somebody like Michael Eisner, who is head of Disney, to say this makes perfect sense. They don't want to be saying to the world, look, we are imposing American culture on you, different parts of the world. This is universal. An alternative reading of this is from François Mitterrand, the former president of France. Who can be blind today to the threat of a world gradually invaded by an identical culture, Anglo-Saxon culture, under the cover of economic liberalization? Mark the date of this quotation. It's 1992. It is the beginning of globalization. It's the time when they are discussing within what was then called GATT, General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, about liberalizing different aspects of economy, including television and creative industries, film industries, etc. And France was really leading the European Union kind of opposition to American idea of a free market system, because France was worried that its own cultural industries will be undermined because of this overwhelming power that the United States has. Since then, of course, Americanization of media has moved apace. You go anywhere in the world, you will notice that most of television entertainment, increasingly entertainment, internet-based entertainment, is domestic. But whatever foreign element there is, it is likely that 90% of that is from America. So And there are reasons for it. You know, Hollywood is the biggest producer of entertainment in the world. It is the richest, you know, US is the richest country in the world. They've been doing it for over 100 years. So Hollywood originated or localized content you see across the globe. For instance, in popular music, MTV being the most prominent example of creating a new phenomena of music television. Of course, it does more than music now. In the genre of factual entertainment, if you look at who are the big global players, they are all without exception American corporations. Discovery, National Geographic, History Channel, to name a few. Sports, another major area of entertainment come revenue. The most important network is ESPN, which is owned by Disney. And news, of course, CNN created the idea of a 24/7 news system. Children's programming too. The three major players are all American. One I mentioned there. Disney, of course, being a major presence. Even in online media, where there is a lot of talk about democratization potential of this, democratizing potential of new media, the big actors are essentially American, whether it's Google, Facebook, Twitter, Yahoo, etc. And even a large syndication industry, format sales, this idea of copycat television. I mean, think of reality TV as an example, how that has proliferated. So big is the US entertainment industry that a foreign international relations journal called Foreign Policy did a study about presence of American entertainment around the world, a sort of longitudinal study. And this is what they found, that in all important genres, whether it's a comedy, or drama, or soap operas, the most popular were American programs. These might be dubbed in local languages, they might be having subtitles, as you see in many countries, or they may be, the format may be sold and adapted for a local audience, but essentially the product is American. The US government also produces annual figures about export of its creative industries. Here is just one example of film and TV programming exports. And you see how it has grown from $2.5 billion in 1992, beginning of globalization, if you like, to $16.2 billion in 2013. These are official figures. These are the figures which the government, US government, has data for. And these are only looking at television and film. If you think of how much of this is downloaded illegally around the world, and the way in this time and age how things are circulated, the figure is infinitely more profound. But it gives you a sense of the growth of US creative and cultural industries around the world, from 2.5 billion to 16 billion. Yeah? Because the environment has changed. It's a deregulated marketplace. Yeah? It's a privatized marketplace. If you have dozens of channels, you need content to fill. And children's programming, sports, news, reality TV, you need 24/7 material, and the US provides that for much of the world. This system is also fundamentally based on advertising revenue, and this is a figure from Zenith Opt Media. If you look at the overall world advertising revenue, a large proportion of it comes from the United States. It says North America there, but actually Canada is a relatively small market. So we're essentially talking about the United States. And of course, Western Europe is big. And then Asia Pacific, Japan is a very important ad market. But essentially, if you look at the rest of the world, they are really relatively small. Yeah? It's essentially Europe, Western Europe, US, and Japan. And if you look at the brands, and these are, you go anywhere in the world, you will see these brands advertised on television, newspapers, online, etc. So, the creative and cultural industries which are visible all over the world are underpinned by this massive and largely Western advertising infrastructure. So are the agencies. Apart from the Japanese one, Dentsu, which has been a very important agency for a very long time, most of the other agencies are either US based or European. So, the spending of ads, the brands, as well as the agencies which promote these are largely coming from the same area of the world. Of course, they have localized offices around the world, like in Delhi, in Mumbai, you would have all of these major agencies would have India operations where Indians will be hired to produce advertising for Indian market. But they are essentially selling the same project. And therefore, this idea of localizing content and hybridizing content is very important in terms of creating a global media culture. Because if you think about it more carefully, a vast majority of population in most countries are not very familiar with American culture. It's the elite which engages with that culture or understands that culture. So, if you are in advertising or marketing and you have to promote your product, you have to go native. You have to localize the content. So, for instance, here are two examples of that. I'm sure you are familiar with the first one, Big Boss, which was the Indian version of Big Brother. Big Brother emerged as a concept by a small company in Holland, and then it became a global phenomena. Some version of it has been shown in over 100 countries. When it was launched, I remember distinctly many years ago, 12 years ago or something, there was a lot of discussion on the BBC. They were arguing, how can young people watch this? This is just empty, meaningless. But look at it today. Salman Khan is, the compare for this Big Boss 7 and Big Boss series anyway, and it's massively successful. And here you have an example of Wall Street Journal published in Mandarin, as is New York Times. Although sometimes New York Times is not available in China because it writes something against China and they ban it. But the Chinese edition is around because A lot of people are interested in China, or the Chinese people are interested in China who live outside China, who don't particularly want to read the English language version. So, these are just two examples. I can give you many more in different contexts, but essentially the argument is the same, that you localize content to reach specific markets, you hybridize content to make sure that it has enough exotic foreign element in, but also a desi element, like the South is an interesting case, half in Hindi, half in English. But to understand this phenomena, maybe we need to perhaps take a step back and look at what's happened to the media systems around the world. And here I'm drawing on work of two very well-known scholars, Harin and Mancini, who wrote a book about media systems in different parts of the world, and they talked about the liberal model, which essentially is an American model, and how this liberal model has triumphed over other models. So, I am quoting from their work. Liberal model is likely to be adopted across the world because its global influence has been so great, and because neoliberalism and globalization continue to diffuse liberal media structures and ideas. Two crucial words: structures and ideas. Structures in the sense the ownership structures. So, for example, one of the biggest media corporation in this country is Star Plus, which is part of news conglomerate, of Rupert Murdoch's global conglomerate, or Sony, which is again a major conglomerate. This is an example. You can have similar examples in all parts of the world. So, globalization continues to diffuse liberal media structures and ideas. As a result, there is convergence of media systems and homogenization of content. It may be in your own language, but essentially the content is not very different. So, there is increasing homogenization of, you can see Big Brother in Mexico or in South Africa or in Russia. Essentially the format is the same. Differences among national media systems are clearly diminishing. A global media culture is emerging, one that closely resembles the liberal model. The liberal model being the one which is perfected by the United States, which is essentially dependent on advertising and market forces. Now, Harin and Mancini's book was published in 2004. It was a very influential study which looked at media systems in basically US and Western Europe. They did another study in 2000, which was published in 2012, which was actually looking beyond the Western world, and they had contributions from China, from Russia, from other parts of the world, but they didn't have anything on India, which is strange because India is a very big part of the non-Western world, and that was the title of their book. Precisely because Indian media system is too complicated to neatly fit into any of those categories. Of course, the liberal model is perhaps closest to Indian situation, in the sense that there is a lot of entertainment driven, advertising based media. The advertisement quotient is massive and often very crudely put into programs, and sort of sponsorship and product placement, etc., is much more direct than you see in the United States, for example. But there is also a lot lot of domestic content which is not necessarily derivative, precisely because India has had its own creative and cultural industries much before globalization. And they have adapted, they have taken money, they have adjusted to Western kind of approaches, but it hasn't become essentially a Western copy. There is a very interesting kind of domestic or national culture or regional even cultural input, and that makes the Indian case slightly more interesting than other ones. However, the essential model where advertising essentially defines the audience, and if advertisers are the big corporations or big government, increasingly is big corporation. Governments are not giving a lot of money to these television channels, although some channels are owned by people with affiliations with political parties or political institutions. But generally speaking, despite that primacy of advertising in media, I would suggest that the Indian case is slightly different because the media culture in India is slightly different. India is far too big to just blindly follow a particular kind of media culture, because there is an indigenous, highly developed creative and cultural industries. It is also the case in many other countries which have their own systems. Japan would be one example. Brazil would be another. Egypt will be a third one, where they have their own film industries, their own television channels, etc. I mean, not just their production companies and things. However, if you look at the global picture, and as I said earlier, you go to any country in the world, virtually, perhaps with the exception of North Korea or maybe Cuba, even Cuba is opening up now, and you watch their television, you will see a lot of domestic programming, but whatever foreign element you will see would be some derivative of what you have seen in Hollywood, precisely because those connections that exist between big conglomerates, their localizing tendencies, and hybridization of media and cultural products. I want to just conclude by looking at whether we can speak of a global commercial media and what are the implications of that, given that the US dominated and defined model has been globalized and been adopted or at least adapted by countries around the world. So what we have is a transnational, market-driven, infotainment-oriented media. Transnational because increasingly globalization has also meant movements of population, whether they are professional people or working class people or refugees or economic migrants. There's a lot more movement of population, and therefore, and there is now technology which allows access to different kinds of media. So media companies are not necessarily thinking of their nationally defined audiences. There's also a diasporic audience, a growing diasporic audience. So this is a trend we are going to see become more pronounced because globalization is likely to further accelerate this process. This is also meant that, like any marketplace, the big fish will swallow the small one. So there is a tendency for concentration of media power as transnational conglomerates emerge and consolidate their powers. And this is a trend you see around the world. Fewer and fewer people have more and more media power, and in many cases this unaccountable power. Yeah, and they have the capacity to set the agenda, political agenda or cultural agenda. And finally, in a system which is really hostage to the market forces, the private gets more prominence than the public, and the public sphere, the space within which public opinion is shaped, becomes hostage to private interest. In other words, there is a fundamental contradiction that public space within which opinion is shaped, that public space is controlled by private power, and that's a trend you see all over the world. How do we understand this in more theoretical terms is the theme of my next lecture. Thank you.